Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're at Perfectly Imperfect Designs. My name is Teresa, and today we're going to be making a gnome wreath with this sign that says Sweet Land of Liberty. I think it's adorable. So check out the sign or check out my shop, for the sign. It is available. Okay, for the ribbons, I'm going to alternate the red with the Patriotic ribbon and the blue with the Patriotic ribbon. These ribbons are also available in my shop with this sign. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be using border stripe metallic mesh with the red, white, and blue border stripes on it. And I've cut my mesh 20 inches long, and I'm going to do the ruffle technique. So this one was close to the roll, so it wants to roll on up on me. So sometimes I still have to put a rock on it. I hope you all had a fun weekend. Kick off the summer, Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for joining me while I make this wreath. If you're new, welcome. If you are a current subscriber, thank you very, very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And click the bell for notifications so you'll know every time I'm live or upload a video. I may add some curls to this. I'm not quite sure yet. Curls, rolls. I may add them in when I'm putting in the ribbon, but I'm just not positive. Now these tight rolled pieces kind of give me a hard time because these are the ones, of course, that were so close to the roll. They're stuck in that position. So I'll have all of the links in the description box below for this wreath, all the supplies. Okay, after I make my ruffle, I just stand it up next to each other. Move on to the next one. Again, my ruffles are cut to 20 inches. Trying to stay in the middle so my ruffle's not bigger on one side than the other. Today is a gloomy day here in northern Indiana. Had a beautiful weekend. Beautiful, beautiful Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, I guess I could say the weekend. It rained on Friday, and it was really cool outside, unusually cool, which I'm sure it was all across the states. But, I think on the Friday before Memorial Day here, it was like 45 degrees. And that is just crazy. And then race day, I don't know if you guys follow racing, but the Indianapolis 500 is here, and it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. I've grown up in Indianapolis my whole life, so I know that if the car tires are not hot, they don't do as well as they do on a hot race day, but it was just a good race. I watched the entire thing. I used to go to the race every single year, and it is so much fun. I didn't go necessarily just for the race cars. I went for the crowd. That's what makes it so fun. So today I thought I needed a little bit of wreath therapy. So I'm making a gnome wreath, Sweet Land of Liberty. Guys, I am not ready to move on to fall. It is like June 2nd, and a lot of wreath makers are moving on to fall. I just can't get myself to do it. I am loving the summer. I mean, it just seems like spring just ended, so now I think we're into like full-blown summer. I don't know, but it's not even the 4th of July yet, so I cannot bring myself to start on summer wreaths. That's okay, though. You know, to each his own. Some of my friends are already doing their summer or fall wreaths. Not everybody. But hey, if you're new, check out the signs and ribbons in my shop, Perfectly Imperfect US is my Etsy shop. It's linked below. I have all kinds of signs and ribbon sets. Yesterday I tried to make I guess I'll call it an American flower wreath, but I used the red and white striped mesh, thinking it would look like it was waving in the wind. Well, that was a big fail. It didn't really turn out that way, so I don't know. I've got the real red, white, and blue ones in there. I've got that one in my Etsy shop too, with the red stripe mesh. And again, my thought process behind that was with the pattern of the red stripes, I thought it would look like it was waving in the wind, but it didn't. It didn't to me, anyway. So I'm going to stick with my red, white, and blue wreaths. My red, white, and blue flowers. And when the mesh gets closer to the roll, it has a mind of its own, and it just wants to curl up and be left alone because it is very unruly, as most mesh is. Not sure if I'm going to add my blue ruffle or blue curls to this or not. My wreath frame is a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. Of course, I put the pipe cleaners on it myself. Pipe cleaners are spaced approximately 4 inches apart. Well, actually, they're spaced about 4.5 inches apart. This comes with a 9x7 sign. There we go. Trying to get the tight rolled mesh done first, so I don't have to mess with trying to get it to mind and make a ruffle. It wants to make a curl. It's been curled up next to the cardboard roll. Moving right along. Okay, I have, like I said, the wreath frame is 14 and like 1/4 inches around, and my pipe cleaners are placed about 4.5 inches apart. I gotta move the ribbon, guys. About 4.5 inches apart, and I have 10 pipe cleaners on the outer row and 8 pipe cleaners on the inner row. Of course, since this isn't an actual work wreath form, because you know that comes with the ties on it. I made this one myself, which I prefer to do. They just fit better on doors that have a screen in them. Or not doors that have a screen. This type of wreath fits better because most people in Indiana have a house door and a screened storm door, you know, for the snow and all that. And so this will fit between 2 doors. Okay, I'm coming in with my very last one on the outside. I better move my drink before I hit it with my elbow and knock it off the table, because that would be a disaster. Isn't that pretty? Put them up next to each other. Make sure your ruffles are standing up. I think it's going to be adorable. So I have 18 ties in all. I have 8 on the inside and 9 on the, or no, I have 8 on the inside and 10 on the outside. So I just curl it under to start, and then I ruffle it up the middle. If you rock it back and forth, that usually works. But if you still struggle with doing it like this, then put a rock on the end. Sometimes I don't want to fuss with it as much, so I do put my rock on there to hold it in place, so that I'm going pretty much up the middle, because if you make it, if you end up not and you veer off to one side, your ruffle is not going to be the same size on both sides. Or it's going to stick way out on one side. Okay. Again. You guys will have to tell me if you think the rolls look good in it. I was going to add the curls in there when I add the, I need some more space. I was going to add the curls in when I add the ribbons. I really appreciate you guys joining me. If you would, please share me with your friends and your family. That would be greatly appreciated. I am almost to 5,000 subscribers. So if you would hit the bell, of course hit subscribe, and then hit the bell for notifications. That would be great. I'm almost to 5,000 subscribers, and it just seems like yesterday I was standing here telling you guys I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm really trying to get there. And then, of course, my next goal will probably be 10,000. But I'm just doing what I love to do. I have lots of wreaths in my Etsy shop. I make wreath signs, so of course I have lots of wreath signs in my Etsy shop. Me and my husband have decided that we're going to look for a different house. When we moved up here, it's been like 12 years. When we moved up north from Indianapolis, we now live in northern Indiana. We moved up here to take care of my husband's parents. Of course, they were elderly. My husband comes from a great big family, and he was born late in life, so his parents were like the same age as my grandparents raising him. But anyway, they both passed away, and we kind of stayed at the house, trying to take care of it. And we've done an okay job taking care of it. We had to buy a lot of new different appliances and water heater and all kinds of stuff like that. And it's on a beautiful lake. But, it's just, when things go wrong and you're living in a house that's really old year after year, I'm just ready to move on. I'm just ready to I mean, to me, my thoughts are the house is going to do nothing but get older and have more problems unless we were just to replace everything in it right off the bat. And, you know, that costs money. So, yeah. So we're looking for a different house. And I want to stay in the same school district because, I don't know if any of you know, but when our daughter passed away, we adopted 2 of our grandchildren. Well, one of them we've actually raised since he was born, and he's 23 years old now. But the youngest is only 14, and we've had him since he was 3 when we lost our daughter. And he just thrives at the schools he's going to, so I really want to keep him in the same school district. I mean, we live out in the country, so he's went to school with the kids since preschool. And it's a real little bitty school, and he's just really comfortable there. So he's on the wrestling team and weightlifting, and he wants to play football, but he has really bad asthma. I think next year we're just going to try it out when fall comes. He tried basketball, and that didn't work out very good. So, of course, basketball is all the rage in Indiana. So, it's like I even know how to play basketball. Everybody does in this state. It's just basketball city. So anyway, we're looking for a different house. I don't want a real big house. You know, we've raised 5 children, and now we're raising 2 grandchildren. Well, actually, the oldest one, we're not actually still raising him. But he lives with us and helps us out so much. And so does the 14-year-old. I mean, they're both hard workers, very respectful, very, very good young men. But it's just kind of strange being older and moving all your stuff. It's like the last 2 places I lived, I could have swore were going to be my forever home. And, well, it's not going to be. And I just think we need to get somewhat of a newer house. Alright, how many do we have left? We only have 2 pieces of mesh left to go. And then we'll start putting on the ribbons and the sign. I don't think I'm going to add a bow to this wreath. Not sure if I'm going to add the curls. I already have the curls made. Just got to stick them in the ties. Okay, so this one down in here. Now I'm going to fast forward here in a little bit when I start adding the ribbon. So you guys don't have to sit and watch me put in every ribbon. Isn't that so pretty and full? I love it. Love it, love it. I like the ruffle method. Of course, I love all the methods because I just love to make wreaths. It's just my thing. I'm going to try to put this rock on here and see if it makes any difference whatsoever. Right up the middle. Well, it did. Okay, last one. We have a covered bridge festival here in Indiana. It's in Brookston, Indiana. It's a covered bridge festival is what they call it, because we have so many covered wooden bridges around here. And I'm going to get a booth this year for my wreaths and my wreath signs. So I'm kind of excited about that. Okay, let's see here now. Am I going to add the curls? Let me see what they look like. We'll have to cut some of the frays off. I didn't know if I want to add these in here or leave them. I mean, I've already have them made. And I would add these. I already have them made, and I would add these in with the ribbon. So let me see what that looks like. Like I said, we're going to do this Patriotic 1.5 inch on top of the red dashed ribbon. Pull it in half. Scrunch it up the middle. Let me see how that looks. I'm going to lay this down in here with the ribbon on top of it. And pull my ribbons out. That's how it looks with the curl in it. So since I already have them made, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add them. Okay, I'm going to do the inside first. Pull my pipe cleaners up so I'll be able to find them. Go through here and stand them up so I don't skip any. Then I'll do the same thing on the outside. But I just think this sign is adorable. Sweet Land of Liberty, it says it all. Isn't that so cute? Alright, that one we did the red, so this is going to be the blue. Let me get my rolls closer to me. Or my curls. So my base coat is put down in ruffles. And the method of my next mesh going down is the curl method. Or I guess you could call it the roll method. Let me give you a closer look at how those are made. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Okay. These are the rolls. 2 pieces of 10-inch mesh curled up into like a sausage roll, I want to say. And then I just tie it in the middle. Back to the red. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a fun kickoff to summer. We have been quite busy. I've been trying to declutter my house. Just the stuff that you accumulate through the years is crazy. And the thing about it is the stuff that I've been keeping or holding on to is just stuff that it's like I had forever. And then the only time I see it is when I go to start cleaning stuff out. So I'm like, why do I even have it? It's just there. It's just like part of my life doing nothing. So, okay, back to the blue. I really like the rolls in it. I think it adds a little bit more character to it. How about you guys? Okay, the next one is blue. I'm going to put this one in, and then I'm going to fast forward and finish doing the inside row. And then I'm going to finish the ties on the inside, and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I'm done with the inside row. And this is what we're getting so far. It's turning out super full. I'm not going to cut my pipe cleaners off yet until I have the wreath completed. Okay, now I'm going to go around the bottom of the wreath the same way that I did the inner row. If you guys hear something, that's boats. There's boats in the lake outside. And there was lots of boats in the lake over the weekend. It took me forever to film a video because, I mean, the boats get loud when you get a bunch of speedboats out there. I mean, but it is a good time. If you like being on the water, which I do, I love it. I just want to find a different house on the water. That would be so nice. Okay, I'll turn this around and show you what that looks like. Cut some of the fray off. Curls always seem to fray worse than any other method, I think. Okay, here's what we're getting on the outside, down here. So I'm going to continue to do the outside ring of my wreath, and I will be right back. Okay guys, we have 2 ribbon sets left to be put on. 2 ribbon sets and curls to be added on the outside ring. And then we'll have our mesh and our ribbons done. And we can move on to the sign and maybe embellishments. Not quite sure yet about embellishments. Of course, the sign. I don't know if I'm going to put anything else into this particular wreath. And this might be my last patriotic wreath that I'll be making for the summer. Maybe. I'm not going to say for sure. And I'm still not going to move on to fall yet, though. I'm not ready to do that yet. But, you know, it's just now. On this particular day is the beginning of June. So we haven't even gotten to July 4th yet. But I have several wreaths in my Etsy shop that are patriotic. So check those out if you would. And again, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and hit all notifications when you do so. And it will tell you every time I put up a new video. It will also let you know every time I'm live. So if you enjoy this kind of content, then, well, obviously you're at the right place. But also, if you'd like to see more, you could do that. I'm still not going to curl these pipe cleaners down or cut them off yet. Okay, that was the last one around the outside. And here's what we're getting. Frays drive me crazy, guys. All mesh frays. It drives me insane. So when I see one, I've got to get it and cut it off. Okay, so here's what we have so far. That's the way it looks on the sides. Turned out to be a pretty full wreath. Earlier I said that this would fit between a house door and a screen storm door. Now that I add the ruffles, I do not believe it will. It'll look perfect on a house door without a screen door. This wreath is also available in my shop. I already have my sign prepped, so I think I'm going to go with, maybe I like it in the middle today. I put it over here. Let's see what kind of decorations I have. Kind of like it on the side. Hold on just a second. Let me check this out. I think we're needing some white in the wreath. I think it looks a little sparse. I have some red. I have red, white, and blue sparklies. But I'm beginning to think it may need something to lighten it up here and there. Let me see what else I can find. I just picked these up at Walmart. I also picked up these red, white, and blue roses from Walmart. Aren't they so pretty? I love them. Just gorgeous. Done with the rolls. I put this on. Oh, let's hold off on embellishments for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put my sign on this side. So I'm going to put it about right here. So let me get rid of these pipe cleaners that are standing up. I usually do not put a ribbon where my bow or my sign is going to be. But since I didn't know what all I was going to add when I got done making the, just the basics of the wreath, I went ahead and added them today. Again, the sign that I'm using and these ribbons are available as a sign and ribbon combo in my shop, which is linked below. Oh, I hear my kitty cat. He's at the door. Hold on, you guys. I gotta let Widow in. Oops. Come on, Widow. Come on. He's coming, you guys. Looking at me like I'm crazy talking to myself. Because, really, I talk to myself when I'm not even doing a video. Can you guys do that too? Or is it just me? Okay, I got that one tied down. Now let me do this one. I know he wants up here. I don't know if there's room. There you go, buddy. There you go. Lay down. Lay down, Whittle. Ooh, that's a candle. Yeah, that's hot. You don't like that. It's okay. And if you haven't met Whittle, this is him. He's my little cat. He's almost 2 years old. And I named him Whittle like whittling a stick. Don't know why. That's just his name. And he's the most playful cat. In every video, he likes to make an appearance. So hopefully you guys are cat lovers. I'm also a dog lover, not just cats. I don't discriminate. I love them all. Okay, so now I've got the pipe cleaners down where I'm going to put the sign. It's going to go right here. I think. I'm still debating on the middle. What do you guys think? Would you put it in the middle or to the side? If I put it to the side, I'm thinking that I may have to... Watch out, Widow. Oh. No, Mommy's making a wreath. She wants to play. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I had to give my cat some loving. He's been missing me. I've been making a lot of videos lately. Let's see if I have enough of this ribbon, but I don't, so I'm not going to use it. Okay, we're going to make a bow using the exact same ribbons that we made, or we used on the wreath, the ribbon tails. I'm going to make a bow. Easiest way for me to do this is to drop my ribbon spools on the floor. Set this in here to hold it. This is the blue dash ribbon. I love this ribbon. It's just so pretty and cross of, I don't know, it's kind of like a royal blue, but then again it's not bright blue. Anyway, you guys saw it when we put it on the wreath. And then I have the red like this as well. Changed up my mind, guys. Decided to go ahead and make the bow. Something was just missing on it. So now I'm going to take the red 2.5 inch. Let me see. I want about, how long do I want my tail? I like to curl my ribbons and everything, so I'm going to do a long tail. Well, long for this. Do a 14-inch tail. So I scrunch it up, put it down to my bow maker, pull my tail down. Now I have to twist. Let me get some slack here. I have to twist it when it's in there so that the wrong side is facing up. And I loop it around so the right side is up now. I want my loops to be at about, we'll start the first ones at 6. Okay, that's good. Now I don't have to look at the numbers anymore. I can just go by the loops that I've already got down. And let's do 3 as well with the blue. Because why not? Again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would do so. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. It just seemed like yesterday that I was telling y'all I was trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm up to 4,900 and something, I think. I know I'm past 4,000. I'm trying to get to 5. And I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for you all watching my videos. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Okay, now this one is not twisted. It needs to be. So there we go. Go to the 5, or follow the loop you've already got down. And one more. This is our last loop of blue. So when I hold the loops up, they should be the same size, and they are. Isn't that pretty? It's really going to be pretty when we get on the bow, or on the wreath. Okay, I'm going to cut these straight, and then I'm going to dovetail. I'm just simply going to take it, fold your ribbon, start on your folded side, slanting down, and go to the wire side. And you come out with a dovetail. It's just a cleaner finished look, I think. I usually do not curl my 2.5 inch tails. I just kind of run my fingers under them until they kind of curl under. So let's get this on the wreath so we can continue to fluff out the bow more. I'll just drop the sign. Alright, I think I'm going to do it like this. Put my bow right here. And my sign right here. Let me hold this up for a second. Yep. It's like this. But first, I want to tie these down so I don't have to worry about them coming undone. And most of the time, what I do is just take a pencil and I just spiral these around. That way they're not going anywhere. They look kind of cute down in there. So I never know if I'm going to add more embellishments. And if I can get by without adding glue to any of my wreaths, then I do. I seriously do not like to add glue. If I can put something in a tie, I would rather do that. Okay, now for the sign. Let me see something. I'm going to put it up here. And the bow here. That looks kind of cute. Do it like this. And curl the tails. Like this with a sign at top, bow at the bottom. Sign at the side, bow at the side. Or sign at the bottom. And of course I cut the tails. Bow at the top. Let's see, what am I thinking? I think it's going to be sign at the top, bow at the bottom. So I'm going to turn it around so it'll be right side up for you, upside down for me. I take my handy dandy yarn needle here. This is a plastic yarn needle that can bend. It goes right through the mesh. You can find this at Wreath Decor by Dawn. They also sell them at Walmart. But seriously, she has a much better deal on them. I really appreciate y'all joining me today. Let's get the sign and the bow on here. It just goes straight down through the mesh, just like butter. Pull it out on the bottom. Again, put my pipe cleaner through there. Straight down the mesh. And then, again, slip the pipe cleaner right in there. These things are wonderful. You're not fighting with mesh to try to get to the frame. You're not smashing down mesh to try to get your sign put on. That's just not a good look. And if you take the chances of wrapping it around the mesh and the bottom of your frame, it could still come loose and come off. This way you have more than one thing holding your sign on. I just love this sign. I think it's adorbs. Okay, now for the bow. I'm going to put the bow on the same way I did the sign. I like for it to be kind of close to my sign, but not, you know, on it, on top of it. Pretty close. Just turn it this way now. So I do the same thing with these ties. Well, even though it looks like I'm pulling my bow down into the mesh far, it'll spring back up. Everything doesn't always turn out perfectly. And you are at the right place for that because you are at Perfectly Imperfect Designs. I love making wreaths. I love home decor. I love ribbons. And I love the summertime. That's for sure. Summertime is the best. Okay, now I can fluff it out. Just beautiful. Okay, now for the tails. If you've been watching me for very long, you know I curl my tails, my 1.5 inch tails. I cut these at an angle. And I may take a little bit more off of them. I don't want them to be, you know, hang down really far off of the wreath. The small ones, it doesn't bother me as much because these are getting curled. So I can kind of just take my hand like I'm doing, rub it underneath there, curl them down. And they still have to take some off of there. For these, I take them and curl them. Just like I did both of my daughter's hair when they were growing up. And then pull it down like this. I just think that looks cute. Same to this side. So they're both going in towards each other. And I think I'm going to take a little bit more off of these. Or I will hang it up and get a picture of it. And that will be the thumbnail for this video. But for now, here's a better look at it. There we go. This way. My room is a disaster. Still going to take some more of these tails off. I don't like them hanging down that low. But this is the gnome wreath. Again, the sign and the ribbons are available in my shop. That is linked below. I would like to thank you all for coming to join me today to watch me make the patriotic gnome sign, Sweet Land of Liberty. That sign says it all. And please like and subscribe and share my video if you would, if you're new. And if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So please help me out, you guys. So until next time, bye for now.